Welcome to June the 30th. I'll start from 2017, work back to 2014, and take it from there. Some things should not happen, but they do. Good news about unemployment should be oxygen for the federal government. Unemployment is down around 5.5%. That should mean that the government will have good returns from income tax and production. There are lots of good things the federal government is doing, but the oxygen thief that is Malcolm Turnbull and his crony mates of Julie Bishop and Christopher Pyne are robbing the government of oxygen. Mr Abbott can help, and does. Take an example of a few words Mr Abbott said at a recent IPA event. We have an abundance of energy, but the world's highest power prices, an abundance of land, and property prices to rival Hong Kong's. Some of the world's smartest people, yet with school rankings behind Kazakhstan. We need to make Australia work again, because our country plainly is not working as it should. We are letting ourselves down. We are not what we should be, and we know it. Mr Abbott generously gave his time to talk to IPA members and not just speak his thoughts and run, and Mr Abbott gives oxygen which the government needs. In 350, the Roman usurper Nepotianus of the Constantian dynasty was defeated and killed in Rome by troops of the usurper Magnentius. Neither reigned long, as Constantius II dealt with Magnentius 3 years later. 763, the Byzantine army of Emperor Constantine V defeated the Bulgarian forces in the Battle of Anchialus. 1520, Spanish conquistadors led by Hernan Cortes fought their way out of Tenochtitlan. 1559, King Henry II of France was mortally wounded in a jousting match against Gabriel de Montgomery. 1688, the Immortal Seven issue the invitation to William, continuing the English rebellion from Rome, which would culminate in the Glorious Revolution. In 1934, the Night of the Long Knives, Adolf Hitler's violent purge of his political rivals in Germany took place. 1936, Emperor Haile Selassie of Abyssinia appealed for aid to the League of Nations against Italy's invasion of his country. In 1937, the world's first emergency telephone number, 999, was introduced in London. 1963, Chiaculi massacre, a car bomb intended for mafia boss Salvatore Greco, killed 7 police officers and military personnel near Palermo. In 1971, crew of the Soviet Soyuz 11 spacecraft were killed when their air supply escaped through a faulty valve. It is difficult to overstate the tragedy. The mission to dock with a space station The mission to dock with a space station and stay there for weeks was successful. They kept fit on a treadmill twice a day, but on re-entry, a pressure valve no one could access was left open in space. They died in seconds on re-entry.